What is going on, everybody? It's been a while. Total Average Gamer here, back with another video. Today I am super excited to announce a new series I'm going to be doing of reviewing some live WWE events. I will be reviewing some Raw, SmackDown, and also any kind of pay-per-views, premium live events, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, whatever you want to call it, anything like that. I've been getting back into wrestling within this last 2-3 years. I always caught up, but it's been a long time since I watched straight up every week, and I'm happy I started when I started, because I started right before Triple H took charge of everything, and I seen the dramatic change immediately. And I'm very happy I started getting back into WWE. Actually, just now, this Monday, I just went to Raw live, and I sat very close. I sat at the ramp area. First time I was ever that close in one of the shows. Had an amazing time. It felt so good being down there. I'll show you guys some of the clips later on. But as of right now, I wanted to start. We're going to start this reviewing the whole week, but I will constantly update every Monday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, whatever day the premium live events are going to be on. And I will be posting a video that night after the event, after the show, and I will be giving my full review, and I will be doing a 5-star rating. And I'm going to rate every match on the card, and then I have a final score. First off, we have Survivor Series War Games, and guys, I must say, it's been a long time since I've watched a pay-per-view that was that interesting. I'm sorry if I'm saying pay-per-views. I am an old school WWE fan. I can't get used to premium live events. I know you guys probably can't either. I can't say PLEs or premium live events. It's pay-per-views for me. PPVs. That's the way it's going to be. But first off, the first match, kicking it off with a banger.
Banger after banger.
We have Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Mia Yim, and Becky Lynch going against Bayley, Dakota Kai, Io Sky, Nikki Cross, and Rhea Ripley. Also love Nikki Cross. I actually met her in her vehicle the other day leaving Raw, and she's the nicest person in the world. She said hi to me and everything. I recorded a video, and it was fantastic. Very nice lady. So first of all, this match, WrestleMania worthy match. Fantastic. I always love when it comes to Survivor Series because the matches are more like playful matches, but this was a really good match. Fantastic. Out of a 5-star rating, I will have to give it a 4-star rating all day. Fantastic. That jump Becky Lynch did off of the cage. Also got a picture with Becky Lynch too. Really cool. But that jump she did off the cage. Listen, I know Becky loves the company. I know Becky is a great superstar, but I didn't know she said she loved the company that much. You know, being a mother and all, and jumping off that cage. Thank you, Becky Lynch. That was fantastic. That was a very good spot in the match. And Rhea Ripley with the green paint. Listen, I'm all for it. Give her some green face paint. I think it looks pretty cool, if you ask me. I'll be honest. But the match was fantastic ending and everything. But there's one thing I'm kind of getting tired of. I'll be honest. I'm kind of getting tired of the whole women's thing they do every time there's a triple threat women's tag team match or any kind of triple threat women's match where a woman go up and they, about to do a suplex, and these other 2 women come and they're about to do a power bomb, and this one woman comes and just drops them all down. Like, we have to see that every women's match. We're over it. We're over it, WWE. But that match was fantastic. 4 out of 5 stars for me for the first match. Second match, AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. I'll be honest. This match was good, don't get me wrong. But I'm kind of done with the whole Judgment Day storylines. Listen, I am a huge fan of Judgment Day. I love them. But give them something more interesting than just a 3v3 or a 4v4. And I want to see them literally interrupt matches for no reason. That they have no reason to interrupt these matches. I want to see them kick down doors and walk into the matches and disrupt the matches for no reason, just because they want some gold around their waist. That would be fantastic. Like, interrupt every match on the card to get somebody's attention. That would be fantastic. Make them more dark. Bring more of the Ministry of Darkness into them. Don't keep bringing the same story over and over again with like, hey, join us. And they don't really, I'm sorry, but they don't intrigue the story. Listen, when Damian talks on that mic, fantastic. But he hasn't really been talking a lot lately, and it's been Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio. Now, Dominic, I love the guy, but he really needs to work on his mic skills, for one. For two, Finn Balor, one of my favorites. Definitely one of my favorites. But he also needs some work on the mic too, guys. I'm going to be straight up honest. He needs some work on the mic. Like, every time he talks to AJ, like, hey, AJ, don't you think you should join us, man? Like, come on, put a little more emotion into it, you know. I mean, who am I to judge? I mean, I don't know the pressure when you're up there with the microphone in your hand, but just put a little more, you know, proposal on it. But the AJ Styles versus Finn Balor was a great match, I'm not going to lie. But that match wasn't better than the female War Games match. I'm going to have to give it a 3. I know what? I'm sorry. I'm taking that back. You know what? It's worthy. It's worthy of the 3.5 out of 5. And then we got Ronda Rousey defeating Shotzi in one of the worst matches I've ever seen. I am done with Ronda Rousey. Listen, I love Ronda Rousey. It's over. It's done. You don't have any mic skills. Her in-ring skills are not that good, if you ask me. Even the crowd are done with her. Every time she comes out, no one's like, yeah. It's like, her again? Especially when she won the Royal Rumble. I was so pissed at that. No reason for that. That match, I give it a solid 1 out of 5. Now, Austin Theory versus Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley. What a match. Fantastic match. The way they did all those finisher crazy moves, and the way that how Seth Rollins jumped over Austin Theory to give that curb stomp to Bobby Lashley. Woo! Wow, what a match. Again, another WrestleMania worthy match. I wish it was longer, but it was fantastic. The way they did the storyline was great. The way they did that the finishers with the spear at the end, man, fantastic match. I also give that a 4 out of 5 stars. And now for the main event. And what a main event it was. You know, I was thinking through the whole match that Sami Zayn is going to attack them, and I was so sad during the whole match thinking, like, okay, this is going to be pretty annoying because I love what he's doing with the Usos, and I love what he's doing with the Bloodline, and I don't want them to ruin it out of nowhere just all of a sudden because Kevin Owens said one thing to him. I was like, I know what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. They're going to ruin it. And I was convinced. I was fully convinced that this was what they were going to do. But I am so happy that's not the case. And the way that they performed this, the way that they brought this in, fantastic. Bravo. The way that they had him, you know, looking at Roman and looking at Owens and the, man, it was great. The low blow and everything. And then he gave it to Jay. And when Jay went and hugged him and picked him up, and listen, Sammy, you have all of my respect right now, man. All of it. All of it. Fantastic work. Fantastic job from everybody. The match was great. Love my man, Kevin Owens. I'm so happy he was in that match. I'm so happy I got to see him live this Monday also. That match, guys, is getting a 4.5 out of 5 stars for me. Okay, guys, that leaves us with Survivor Series War Games with a total score of 17 out of 25. And this is our first time ever adding an event to the list. So there you go, Survivor Series War Games. So far you are at the top, but you're the only one there. So yeah. Now let's go to Raw, December 5th, 2022. Very, very special Raw to me because I was there live and I got to meet Becky Lynch. I got to meet the Usos and Kevin Owens, and it was amazing. It really was a fantastic time being there. I got to meet Nikki Cross in her car and literally speak to her. Fantastic. First off, I was very excited to see Elias, but listen, Owens is my favorite in WWE's active roster right now. So the second I heard, I was like, maybe he might not show up tonight. And then as soon as Matt Riddle said he has another partner, I just knew, oh my God, it's going to be Kevin Owens. And I heard his music play, and you'll hear the video. I'm going to put it up. You're going to hear the video, the way I was screaming like a little girl. I loved the match. It was fantastic. Great match. But it wasn't, Survivor Series War Games worthy. So I'm going to give that match a 3.5 out of 5. First match, right off the bat. Pretty good show, not going to lie. Then the second match, the women's triple threat. I loved every bit of this match, guys. Like, as soon as I heard Bayley talking, she walked in the ring, and then you heard, it's like, wait a minute, is that Becky? And then I looked up, and I seen her walking down, all the way past the other side. I was like, oh my God, it's Becky Lynch. And I was so upset because I wasn't sitting there, and I was sitting on the other side. But then I got lucky at the end. She came by my side. That match was very good. Going to give it a solid 3 out of 5. Okay, so now for our third score, we have to look at segments. Now, I'm going to add segments into these things. That's why some Raws are going to have more points than SmackDowns or Premium Live events, because I will be rating all of the segments also, or whatever ones caught my eye, you know what I mean? Segments. The Bobby Lashley and Seth Rollins segment, fantastic. The whole fight and everything, I loved every bit of it. I will have to give it a 3 out of 5. So far, a lot of 3s. And then we have the Austin Theory versus Mustafa Ali. Didn't really like the match too much. It was a decent match. But man, getting to see Dolph Ziggler live that close in person for the first time. I love Dolph Ziggler. Big fan. Big fan of Austin Theory's new character. The way he was with the selfies and all that, terrible. Very happy they did away with that. This match, with that segment and everything included, I have to also give it a 3.5 out of 5. And now for our fifth match of the night, the OC defeated Alpha Academy and Baron Corbin. Just another average, 6-man tag. How many times can we see a 6-man tag in Raw? It's like every other week. But to think about it, I love that we had a 6-man tag because I was there live. But if I was watching it on TV, like, meh. But because I was there live, I got to see so much more characters, so many more superstars. And this match doesn't deserve more than a 1 out of 5. For sure. It doesn't deserve more than that at all. Dominic Mysterio versus Akira Tozawa. Horrible match. Very bad match. Also deserves a 1 out of 5. They need to pick up Dominic's character more. They're making him too much of this crybaby and this, running out of the ring and afraid of everybody. I don't like that. The whole point of Rey Mysterio's character was that he wasn't a coward. And he was for it. He was in there. It was like, okay, why are they not making him fill his dad's shoes? Why is he a coward? Why does he run from everything? I like that he's a heel. His dad was never a heel. I love the fact that he's a heel. But, guys, make it a little better. Give him a little more attitude. Give him a little more like, you know what? You're bigger than me. I don't care. Because that's what his dad was. So this match, I'm going to have to go with a 0.5 out of 5. Sorry, Dominic. Then we have the Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch versus Nikki Cross. And I loved this match. I loved every bit of it. Full of stars. I loved how much Alexa is slowly turning back into the Fiend, Alexa Bliss. I can't wait for that storyline. I can't wait. I am shaking. I really can't wait for it. The match was fantastic. I really thought Becky was going to win the match the way they set it up with Bayley and everything. But that wasn't the case. Alexa Bliss, congratulations. I hope she wins. I hope she wins the championship. But the way it looks right now, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case at all. I think Bayley's going to win again, and Bayley's going to fight Bianca Belair again. And listen, Bianca, one of my favorites. You can tell she's the nicest person of all time. The way that she fights in the ring is unmatched. Fantastic. But they need to put a little more attitude. You know, we need a little more attitude in some characters. She's too much like, you know, just going with the flow. It's like as if she's not the champion and she's just this random star. She's the Raw Women's Champion. Give her more of that. Let her be the Raw Women's Champion. I know she wants to be too. And we're just letting her come out every once in a great while. No storyline. She hasn't had a storyline in a while. Give her a story. But that match definitely deserves a 3.5. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that leaves us with this Monday Night Raw on December 5th with a total score of 20 out of 40. So now, Raw December 5th, 2022 is at the top right now. That was before we revealed SmackDown, but then again, keep in mind, I'm also reviewing segments here. I'm reviewing some pretty good segments I liked, I enjoyed, but there's some that I'm not going to add that are not in the ring. Like, for instance, that whole poker thing, I loved it. I loved where the Miz's watch was fake. Listen, it's really reminding me of the APA days. You know, and the same guy, you know, Bradshaw. It's reminding me of it a lot, and I love it. I love the characters. I love what they're doing, man. I really do. And I'll also say this. Baron Corbin, your theme song sucks, man. It's trash. Get rid of it. Please. Get something else. Okay. So now, for SmackDown that actually aired today, December 9th, 2022. SmackDown started the show. We got the Brawling Brutes going against the Usos. And it was a pretty solid match. I won't lie, it was pretty solid. Didn't really like the end too much, I'll be honest, but it was a solid match. Not much really to be said about it. Not many spots to add on to it, but I love the whole Butch and Sheamus, 10 count chest bumps, whatever you want to call it. I loved it. It was great. Pretty good match. I give it a 3 out of 5. 3 is going to be my, meh category. 2 is going to be my bad, and 1's going to be terrible. 0 is going to be worst I've ever seen. So, first match, 3 out of 5. Then we have LA Knight called out Bray Wyatt. That was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty cool. I like his action. I like LA Knight's actions. I like his character. He reminds me a lot of The Rock. If they really give this guy the right push, we might have a really, really big star in our hands. I know he is a big star already. Don't get me wrong, but he could be so much bigger, and I believe he's going to be one day. So that whole segment, I give that segment a 3 out of 5. It was good. It wasn't the best. It wasn't bad. And then for the Viking Raiders versus Legado del Fantasma, and then also Hit Row interfering and everything. Very cool. I love Hit Row. Hit Row are my guys. Legado del Fantasma needs more attitude. I know I said it a lot in this video, but it needs more attitude. I want to see them do more. And I love how they didn't let the Viking Raiders trash them, like come in and squash them. I love that didn't happen. I love how they were having a normal match until B-Fab came out. Perfect. I don't want them to get squashed. I hate that. I hate when WWE brings in a new star or a new team and then they destroy it immediately by having another team debut and destroy that team or that character. Love what they did. Fantastic. Pretty cool segment. Again, it's getting another 3 out of 5. Ricochet and the New Day versus Imperium. That triple jump, man. Woo. This was a great match. Great match. Not the best, but it's great. I will give it a 4 out of 5 for me. It was a pretty great match. I'm not going to lie. And then we have Liv Morgan and Tegan Nox versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Guys, why are we doing this? What happened to Liv Morgan being the champion? Why is she becoming the tag team division person all of a sudden? Listen, we just want Liv Morgan to be the champion, to be hardcore, to be a very badass, cool character. There is no reason for them to make her this tag team person that's just like a psychopath and just not really doing anything. You know, put the belt back around their waist. Like I said in my War Games opinion. Bye, Ronda. See you. That match, I'll give that match a... I'll be honest. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It wasn't really bad, but it was meh. I'll give it a 2 out of 5 for me. Kurt Angle, birthday celebration. Listen. Say what you want. Say what you want to say about it or anything, but it was great seeing the milk truck. Fantastic. It was awesome. But how many times can we have Otis and Chad Gable interfere a segment, interfere a match, interfere anything? Listen, get somebody else to do it. every match, everything that has to do, somebody has to do with a heel person to become a face or whatever. You put Otis and Gable, it's literally there in every show. Give them a break at this point. Like, I don't see what the reason was about that, but the milk truck, fantastic. I didn't like how Kurt Angle just walked out of the ring, didn't say anything to the fans, didn't talk at all. He didn't say one word. He just had to leave and just spill milk on everybody. But because of the milk truck, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Okay, guys, that leaves us with SmackDown, a total score of 18 out of 30. 18 out of 30. So that leaves us with Monday Night Raw still being the highest at 20 out of 40. So I think I need to do more like a ratio based level, you know, to see what show, like, okay, the show only had 3 matches, 3 segments, and maybe it'll get a full 30 out of 30. I'm sorry, not 30. A 15 out of 15 if it's only 3 segments, you know. And that will make it higher than a 3-hour Raw full of matches and segments, you know. But really enjoyed making this video. I really did. Sorry for the 3 shows in one. I just really wanted to get to the hang of it. Talk about this whole week. This is a weekly update of Monday Night Raw, but it's not going to be weekly. I don't know why I said weekly. But this is my week update of Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, Survivor Series. Really enjoyed all these shows. Had a great time. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please click that like button. Please subscribe. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you agreed with, what you disagree with. And stay tuned, because after every Raw and SmackDown and Premium Live event, I will be back here giving you guys my thoughts and my scores and everything. Thank you very much for subscribing. It means a lot to me. You have a good one.